rabbit here, but you can call me Bio. Hi, welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you here. That's a good color lipstick. At least on camera. But a pleasure to have you here. And welcome back to what we're doing. Plans, non-existent. I forgot to do research. I didn't do any research. I was not prioritizing the stream. In my defense, I didn't even get to finish all the things I was really supposed to do today. In fact, I'm gonna I have an exam tomorrow, and technically, I could get away with not studying anymore because I went through the textbook and honestly that's the most thing. But after the stream, I'm gonna go back and look over stuff. Over 2. That's how we ended off. I forgot about that. That's lovely. There we are. Partial blocks for the win. You gotta use them for what we're doing. No, yeah, I've done nothing. No research, no nothing like that. Which is whatever. I should have today. I didn't. These things happen. But that's alright. That is alright. I still need to get I finally got my project approved, so I'm very thrilled for that. I can officially get, with approval, get to writing my Hamlet modernization. So I'm pretty thrilled about that, actually. It'll be nice to actually get that done. Just so you know, I'm playing the headphones off right now because they're dying. They don't like me. But I don't want to bother taking them off because I put them on. So, yeah. I digress. Finished anime today, so we'll end up talking about that too. All anime ever. I finished all of them, every single one. Even the ones that haven't come out yet. I'm that good. Nah, specifically Skate, so good. Such an amazing show. Not over it. I don't know if I'll ever be over it. So good. Yo, those glow? Or is that just how they're meant to be indicated like this? Because like if those glow, then damn, okay. I'm down. This works a lot better when I'm in front of it, I think. Because they're more willing to walk forward. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know their AI. I don't know how these things work. The ceiling beams above my head creak. I don't appreciate it. But I digress. I know these things AI. They're cruel and merciless. They know no such thing as kindness. They're joyless. Pufferfish. Really good for redstone, actually. I'd love to do, like, actual figuring out, like, redstone-based traps with them, but for another time, I suppose. My sword is gonna die. Come on. Thank you, honey. I do appreciate you all gathering up for me. It's quite useful. Well, I guess we'll get at the skeletons until it either becomes daylight or my sword dies, or my inventory fills. We're very close to that last one, so cool. But it looks like morning beat us out. Damn, I guess so. Well, at least both of those are working excellently. Big fan myself. I don't know what I'm doing. But that's chill. I don't need to. In fact, arguably it's better I don't. That's a lie. I don't know why that would be true. But I can say it, and people will at least consider the thought. What power I hold. Okay. Oh, you were in the lot. I see. Yes, that is the banner box. I do know the banner box, actually, in fact. None of this goes over here. Alright. That's a shame. Oh, lovely. I'll have to put those away in a bit. Gold. We'll have more gold in a hot sec. That goes in my hand. Prismarine stairs go in here. We do value our organization. It's quite important to us. Shoot. Oops. Oh. Perfect. Well, that works out lovely. Does not work out lovely. Does not work out at all. Oops. Actually, you know what? I can justify this. Oh, I can justify this all I want. There. Justified. Our actions. Reasonable. A response. Fantastic. Actually. I'm fairly certain my other one isn't in there, but it should be. Yeah, V should be in there. I shouldn't have come back over here. I have at least three things in my inventory that go over there. We're great at this. We're fantastic at this, in fact. I do keep skeleton skulls in here. You're fine. You go. Leave. Leave. Thank you. Oh, shit. I keep forgetting that's in there. Okay. Okay. I'm bad at this. I'm so bad at this. I built this thing. I organized it myself by hand. I'm so bad at organizing it. Oh, coral. That's what I'm trying to put away. Hey, there we are. And finally, trapdoor. Perfect. And then things go over here now. Right? I didn't have normal stone bricks? No. No, you don't understand. Oh no, I think I can justify that though, because I don't think either of those come in slab form. They definitely don't come in stair form. Right? I think? Maybe? I don't know. Oh dear, that's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I've done very little today. It's been a very pleasant type of very little, I will admit. The type of very little I strive for. I'm running back and forth because of my inefficiency. I would like that to be noted. This is entirely my own fault. Wouldn't it be interesting if items with less durability melted faster? I can justify that in my head, technically, because I imagine if they're damaged, they're in smaller pieces, theoretically take less time to melt? I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't melt things myself very often. You might be surprised by that fact, but it's true. Potentially pyromantic tendencies aside. They're only potentially. I'm joking, of course, but you already knew that. You're clever fellows, aren't you? I would like to believe you are. It would suck if you weren't. Be kinda dumb of you not to be. Oh! Oh! I'm going up here! Oh! Alright! I'll keep that in mind. Huh. What a waste. Damn, okay. I've got like at least one, possibly two of these. I don't need a third. Why do I just find myself and my decisions to the above? They held no bearing on me. Anyway, food. I just want to see. Of course, it's that kind of day. Okay, I really should get on that pumpkin farm. That's what that's letting me know. I really should get on that pumpkin farm. For now, we have potatoes. Potatoes that heal us very fast. Like, okay. I was not expecting for their potatoes to be quite so good. I mean, I'm far from complaining. But, it's a little unexpected. Ah, shoot. Well. No. Rightful tool for the job, who knew? I fully understand that I do not need this many hoes. And honestly, I'll get rid of them probably one day, maybe. We'll see. But, I do understand that I don't need them. They're an optional thing, and I took the option. Yeah, today has been unproductive on my end, which is entirely my fault, I admit. As it usually is. But, I should get to that. I should drop things off first. I'll put those in there for now. Snooze and stall. I guess I'm not going straight through. Huh. They make us go around. Isn't that rude of them? How utterly undignified. Shall we say? While we're here, this. But also, which sucks, though it sucks that today was unproductive, but eh. These things happen. I drank some nice hot. Oh, duh. Potatoes. I drank some nice hot cocoa though. So, I'll give myself that. It wasn't very hot actually. It was rather disappointing. I was just gonna forget that. Honestly, I was just going to entirely forget that. I'll grab cobblestone when I decide to go for the spawner again, I think. But it is not that time yet. It's time for the chopping of wood and other trees. Stone sucks, but I can make stone. I can't exactly make diamonds. Which is, as a matter of fact, quite influential in my decision on how to go about this. I'm always so nervous when I do that because I've broken them before. Okay, straight up. Ah, well. Okay, let's go down. Ooh. Oh, lilac! Do lilacs, are they double tall? Oh, tell me they're twice tall. That would be a gift. Oh, lovely, I have. Great. Sounds high. That's a weird statement. I don't know what I'm meant for that. Went in. But yes, today was horribly unproductive. But if nothing else, I finished Skate the Infinity. So it was worthwhile sort of unproductive. Because I've been watching that with a friend over the past few days. So good. It's such a good anime. You don't even know. It's like, obviously I get the whole why it became super popular gay skateboarding anime, which is absolutely true, don't get me wrong. It's very skateboarding and it's very gay. Skateboarding is fantastic. It's like, I know nothing about skateboarding. I should start off with that statement. I know nothing at all about skateboarding. But the series outright says it's meant to be ridiculous. Clearly, whoever wrote it, I don't know if they know anything about skateboarding, but they clearly like it. And it's fun. The animation is so fluid and so stylish, but like, then I looked at who the studios were for it, and obviously. I don't think that went the wrong way. If you're too close to the door, it'll go the wrong way. Anyway. But no, Skate was, so good. I'm in the wrong area. Perfect. I guess we won't make a new sword anytime soon. I think I have my, yeah, no deal. That's a shame. I guess I'll just keep it. And I need to watch Jujutsu Kaisen 0 at some point. It's so... Panda is in Jujutsu Kaisen 0. He's in fact an interesting character. And I eagerly look forward to watching him. But yeah, Skate is so tightly written though. Like, I understand there's the typical reasons why it became as popular as it did. Nothing too surprising. It hit a market really well, and it's very good. Oh, I could gush over Skate. None of my trees. Timmy, tell me what's up with my trees. The real way to travel. Thank you, Timmy. You are a delight to be around. I cannot say the same for all of these, especially you. You are not, in fact, a delight to be around. Dragon's Breath stacks, though, so I guess that makes things worth it. But yeah, so Skate is very bold, bombastic. Honestly, I didn't know how much surface level stuff was going to be there. I made sure to watch it dubbed because the sub is good. Don't get me wrong, the sub is good. The dub is better. But one of the things I found watching Skate is how tightly, or one of the things I liked a lot was how tightly written it was. The callbacks were on point and accurate. They were relevant. The flashbacks, non-linear flashbacks, for the sake of relevant, for the sake of highlighting relevant story moments over, oh dear, yeah, non-linear flashbacks for the sake of story relevance over chronology. So good. So worth it. You don't understand how worth it that was. And the flashbacks are not always, but the majority of the flashbacks are telling the story of Adam. Adam. What can I say about Adam? He's a creep. He's kind of a pedo. He's a delight on screen. Could be worse. At least he could. There is, in fact, worse he could be. That's not an excuse for what he is, but at least he could be worse. That's kind of all I got for that. she lovely? Ah, that is not a justification for the way he is, it's a simple fact of the matter. Adam could be a lot worse. Which, you know what? Thank God he's not worse. He's a delight on screen though. Every instance he's on screen, he's written to be a charismatic character. And he succeeds. That writing, on point. It's fantastic. I'll give it that. Oh. I just stole a stack from you, didn't I? I didn't even replace it. Yeah, okay. But honestly, I think one other Reki's character arc, which Reki has the central character arc in the show. That's not a spoiler. That's a simple fact of the matter. Reki has a central main character arc. Oh, this one's gonna be different. I don't know enough. I can't build this yet. I can't. There's a couple factors I simply don't know enough about. I can't. Hey. Good job. Love that thing. But Reki's character arc, feeling the inadequacy he feels, which is honestly such a good, interesting thing to explore. I am so down. I think it was a superb choice in the writing. With his admittedly wanting, like, he doesn't want to feel this way, he doesn't want to feel jealous, he just wants to support his friend. But he can't help it. That's so perfectly written, and it's so heavy in the seams. Like, you can see how things tie together. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It's very much a established idea early on. Not specifically with Reki, although the foreshadowing is fantastic in the show, but just like, this is things people, these are feelings people feel. It's normal, it happens. Are we talking about Mia? We're talking about Mia. We're always talking about Mia. But how a lot of the story, and why I think the writing is so tight, is a lot of these issues are faced by multiple characters in every group of flashbacks. Shadow doesn't feel this. Shadow is above us all. Shadow is beyond the pityance of us mere mortals. It's fine. But you see it at points in Adam's story, in his flashbacks, with Cherry, even at times with Cherry, not necessarily Cherry and Joe feeling this, but them relating to this idea. You see, obviously, Reki and Lunga. It's basically the defining characteristic of Mia, is how do we deal with the fact that our friends are just going to be more talented than us at times. And the notion basically boils down to what Reki's solution was, is you love the thing you love, not because you're best at it, but just because you love it. And I thought that was great. Also, Reki and Adam's second beef, perfect. That is one of the, it's so entertaining, it's so good, it is the culmination of all of his character arc, his issues, and his talk in the Love Hotel. Yeah, we're gonna let that linger. Talk in the Love Hotel with Snake. Also, there's some, I saw some people using this one metaphor, and they were using it in a different way than I would, but I honestly think it's really good. So I'll linger on that in a hot sec. But it really comes to something. It's not there for no reason. And I think a lot of, and honestly, okay, Skate is written like a shonen in a lot of ways. And a lot of shonen suffer from this fact of things are solved only in a fight. When a character suffers an issue, they'll have a good fight, they'll have a good moment with their comrade, and then they'll be done. And for some shows that really works, because that's how in some ways the characters, I see. that's how the characters communicate, is through fighting, which is great. We're not going to go into my personal Bleach headcanons, but we could. I think that's relevant. But in Skate, it's not a one and done, everything's okay. It's a lot related to, honestly, a lot of it boils down into, he wouldn't have been able to solve anything within the beef if he hadn't already come to these conclusions earlier. That was simply how he was expressing them finally and properly, and coming to terms with himself and what he wanted. And who he was, to be quite frank. Because that's a huge thing, a part of it too. He has to he invited new people in his life. His life has changed because of people he's made friends with. And now he has to redefine his own place in it. It's so good! And Ricky's my favorite, as you can probably tell. Actually, Joe's my favorite, but Joe's a himbo. Joe is the definition of a himbo. I would like that to be noted. Fine, we'll keep this for now. Anyway, which, yeah, he is. But Joe is also a resident parent figure, whether he wants to be or not, he does not want to be. And I think that's excellent. There's also the fact that the callbacks are stunning, the visual storytelling is on par and clearly thought through. Are we going to talk about the fact that Cherry and Adam, that Cherry and Adam started their beef the same exact way? Because when they first started, like, really getting into skating, they did it together. And it's just so good. I want to be able to say more than just so good. The fact that Reki's first monologue is basically not only the central theme of the story, but it's the conclusion he comes to through, or he has not comes to, because he already knew it, but it's what he has to live by to complete his story arc. What makes you happy? That's what this show is about. Damn it, did you murder it again? Yeah. Don't murder my tree. I hate when my trees get murdered. It's incredibly rude. But the fact that monologue, and then there's Longa's at the end. I really like the fact that Longa is actually a character with depth and not boring, quiet anime boy. Look, I'm fine with my anime boys. Trust me. Jotaro, my quiet anime is Aikimoto. Jotaro Kujo is my favorite JoJo. It does not change the fact that Longa's personality was a lot more playful and, like, present than I thought it would be, based off of what I'd seen of the show up until that point. Which works so well. You can clearly tell, like, Longa and Riki's friendship, you can tell what it's based off of and why they genuinely like each other. You can tell that they actually, in fact, genuinely like each other. It's not one of those, an anime tells me they're best friends. No, these two are best friends. Because they have chosen to be. Help if I use the right tool to cut down trees. Just generally speaking. Don't be a pain. But also, at one point I felt bad for Tadashi. I'm like, oh, he shouldn't have to feel bad up. Nah, they're perfect for each other. At first, Tadashi's motivations were very weak. Not in the sense that, like, he's not wrong in, like, the whole, oh, Adam is a kind of bad person now. Adam's a bad person now. That's not what the weak part is. the weak part with how he blames himself, but legitimately, I'm not personally fond of the way it was justified, but it was justified in a way that made sense why he would blame himself. And more than that, you can tell, like, it's not a, and the author thinks this makes sense. It's a, no, this is how the specific character's psychology works. He came to this conclusion because he had issues, to say the least. They all do. They all have so many issues. Longest, like, straight up. Oh, well, that's a shame. But, except Joe. Joe doesn't have issues. Joe is unfazed. He's untouched by the world. That's not true. But honestly, he is way more put together than any of the others. Cherry is not as put together as he likes to see. I love him. He's not put together in the least. Also, Cherry and Joe's dynamic is fantastic, and I am so down. You don't understand. It is so well written, and I have a favorite scene for them. Just like, you can clearly tell how much they care for each other. With right before Cherry races out, how worried Joe is for Cherry, and just clearly just trying to tell him he's terrible. He just wants him to be okay. And it works. It's so perfect. And you're like, oh, these two are really friends. They mean a lot to each other. Are they more than friends? Yeah. Like, everyone except Shadow, who wanted a more than friend, has a more than friends. Shadow does not. Shadow's a delight. He's a gift. Every time he's there, I am thrilled to see him. You can tell that he's thrilled to be there too. Jonathan? Nice. I like when my characters enjoy their time. But, the writing is solid, the story is sharp, everything is thematically, it calls back to each other, We're gonna put some things away first before we eat the suspicious stew. We will eat the suspicious stew, don't get me wrong. Organization first. Yeah, that's, whoops. And let's put that away. And then potatoes with me. Feast. Risk our lives. It's really all the same, isn't it? Ugh. I'm just... Skate is such a good anime. Honestly, I get why everyone was gushing over it. I'm gushing over it. The parallels between characters, every dynamic, they're all very individual and unique, but you can see how they all can tie into each other. How these people would actually tolerate each other too, that's another big part of it. That was the most disappointing bowl of suspicious stew. I don't think it did anything. I think it might be hungry? I'm not sure. But I think Skate is easy to formulate my opinions on. I'm gonna be reading so much Skate there. There's so many Skate things. Soon. In the near future. I already was, but now that I've seen the ending, I can't remember anything. Now, you know, if you've seen it, you know. It's so enticing. Like I said, Adam is not a good person, but he sure is a fun one. It is a show about flawed people, which is such a cop out to say. But no, sorry, that is such a cop out for me to say. It's a show about flawed people. Yeah, what show is it? But I like how, I mean, I like subtlety in my shows sometimes, but there's just something so well done about how the show said it wanted to be clear in its messages. It doesn't beat around the bush. It doesn't hide anything. It's just skate. I wonder if do I question if the word infinity is used properly by definition? Yeah, because it's definitely not. Does that change anything? No. No. I'm just wondering. Supposedly, there's supposed to be a season 2. Season 2, theoretically coming winter 2023. I don't know if that's true. I hope so. I'd be very down for a winter 2023 skate season 2. But who knows? What I am excited for though, that's more recent, that's coming out and I did not know was coming out. It blindsided me. I'm thrilled, but it blindsided me. Tiger and Bunny, that show from 2011, one of the older superhero anime. I have an entire world. I had a story inspired by Tiger and Bunny. It's getting a season 2 this season. Next week, Netflix is running it, which is ridiculous. I think that there's something very funny, but also ironic and not necessarily in a good way about that. Not necessarily like actually issues with Netflix-wise in this case. More along the lines of, I feel like I watched Tiger and Bunny before it was on Netflix. Yeah, brag right there. But what specifically I mean, like, I got out of that is we'll go the slow way this time. But the corporate marketing and that sort of thing was super important to the story. Sponsorships are a big deal. They're not actually central to the story itself, per se. I don't remember. They might be. I don't remember. It's been a very long time. But the fact of the matter is, the heroes have corporate sponsors. Which is a really interesting look into stuff. And how other hero media has dealt with that. For example, My Hero has comments on it, and my favorite book series ever, Superpowered by Drew Hayes. Read it. That also has a thing about how heroes are not allowed to take sponsorships. And then the side book Corpies about Titan, father of one of the main characters. Corpies is all actually takes another look at corporate sponsorship. What is with Birch today? From a different perspective. So they're very good. It's an interesting thing to explore. It's a good story. It's very fun. Tiger and Bunny is. They said our characters have this dynamic. And there's very much things that I cannot wait to see explored. But I'm so surprised. This is an anime from 2011 that is getting a season 2 in 2022. I didn't hear about it until today, actually. Like, an hour ago, at most. Do you know how crazy that is? I'm so happy, so thrilled. But it's nuts. In the best of ways. But it's nuts. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know where they're gonna go. There are, like I said, I can see a few places to take the story. So I'm not worried that they'll run out of material, actually. We'll come back to Skate in a sec. Actually, that's one of the things with Skate. It's an anime original story, so I have no idea what they're going to do with the storyline. What direction are they going to take it? if they have a season 2, I mean, there is a skate manga. This manga was written after the anime. Season 2 would have to be in Tokyo, right? But I don't know. The Okinawan culture and skate was really cool. But anyway. One of the things with skate is, or one of the things with Tiger and Bunny is, I can clearly see the path for a season 2. Skate had its full character arcs, whereas Tiger and Bunny, yeah, it did, but there's always room for more, and some that were kind of unfinished. Especially because I watched the trailer, and it looks like they're introducing more heroes, which is going to be interesting. Netflix is also releasing 2 recap movies on Friday, so I'm watching at least one of those Friday. You don't even know how happy I am. Tiger and Bunny wasn't necessarily formative to my anime experience, but it was an earlier anime for me. So that's always nice, you know? Wait, do barrels not stack? Barrel stack? Barrel stack. I mean, obviously, now if any of you haven't watched Tiger and Bunny, you should. Obviously. But the basic premise goes, in a world where there are heroes who work with separate companies and make money based off of corporate sponsorships. Because powers are a real thing. Our main characters are Wild Tiger. He's been one of the older heroes around. He's been dwindling in rank for a while. He's not considered very popular or cool. But he's been a hero for a very long time. So I'm being freaking, I hate it. They always surprise me. But yeah, he's been a hero for a very long time. He has this power called 100. He has the strength of 100 men, which is 100 times his own physical abilities for 5 minutes. But as he is dwindling in rank, his bosses and things are coming to satisfy. The one flying hero, dude, I love him. He's currently first rank, and frankly, if he was not inspiration for Edith Pena, then I don't know if. Oh, that doesn't go there. What's his name? That vampire. What can I move? Other than the cake. Or the other cake. You know what? I'm justified. It's fine. We're good. I want to make my Prismarine farm soon, once I remember to do it. And research it. But that is not a priority in my life right now. So, sorry about that. But a lot of the anime has to do, so Wild Tiger, he's been dwindling in the ranks for a while. So a new hero is being introduced after the latest hero ranks have been released. There's a whole gallon whatever. I love to see the other heroes interact. They obviously, you can tell they've known each other for years. They all have distinct personalities. They all have different goals. Well, a new hero, Barnaby, who goes by his real name, is being announced to the world. And one of the things they're doing with Barnaby is, because he's so new, they know he's going to be super popular and talented and stuff. But they've decided they want to pair him to help both their rankings and give Barnaby experience. They want to pair him with Tiger. So it's the two of them working up the Kingston the partnership as heroes, and just dealing with the way their hero system works. And I am such a big fan of it. It's very good. I don't remember it. I don't remember the specifics of the plot. I remember vague things about the main villain. I know a lot of the emotional arcs that carry through it are important. And that's what this show really centers around. how exploring each heroes and what they get out of heroeships and how their relationships with each other affect each other. But it highly inspired one of the stories I wrote. Mostly the world, I'll admit, but a lot the what's it called too. It'll work when it works. Mostly the world, somewhat the character relationships too. Actually, though I think the character relationships were on a subconscious level. We're there. Oh, thank goodness this boy is eager. If he had stayed right there, he would have killed me easily. But there's a whole villain thing. One of the big important aspects is Tiger. His wife is dead. His daughter, he lives in the city. He does not live with his daughter. His daughter lives with his parents in or out in the countryside. And his daughter is very resentful for him over this. She doesn't know he's a hero. His parents know. His daughter's the only one who doesn't really know. Why would I be in there? Oh, I also want to be away. I'll deal with that in a sec. But, so she's a huge fan of Barnaby. And that's, his relationship with his daughter is also really crucial in how he forms his relationship with other heroes and what he wants as a hero. And it's another show I gush about. It's not like perfect because for all that it stuck with me and I remember it very well, which is a testament to its quality. I will say, like, I've never considered it one of my favorite. Oh, which is a shame, but true. It's never been one of my favorite anime. But then, not everything needs to be your absolute favorite, to be fair. I do recommend it, though, to people. Actually, the reason why I found out about the sequel is because I've got a friend who I watch anime with, which is why I've gotten more into anime recently, because it's been a while since I've just been able to sit down and watch anime. And we finished a few shows now, or we finished Skate and Jujutsu Kaisen. And we were trying to find something else to watch, because there's a couple we'll be watching with this season, but we both were just going through lists, just wondering what was on the other person's list, and looking for more longer series, which is why I'm finally going to be watching Katsuki Hitman Reborn. I've been wanting to watch that show for so long. You don't even know. I've watched like the first 15 episodes. Do I remember the first 15 episodes? That wasn't the question. But I've watched the first 15 or so episodes. And they're so good. Concrete, dark oak, button. Well, we can at least get the concrete and the dark oak away. But so we were just going through our different anime stuff, and I asked him, because honestly I was looking at stuff on Netflix at this point. I'm like, hey, have you ever watched Tiger and Bunny? He has. But he actually at the same time had was pulling up current new season anime, because we are intending to watch Shield Hero, Love After Destruction or whatever. And we were intending to watch those as they came out. I wouldn't know you. Because they look really good. And he just happened to see, oh, new season of Tiger and Bunny, and both of us were shocked. It has been dead. It has been done for 11 years. What do you mean there's going to be a new season? I'm not complaining. I am weirded out in a way. I'm thrilled, actually. But it's so strange. I guess it's just because Netflix got the right. But really, and as much as that I love Tiger and Bunny, but Netflix should also be working on a new season of Psyche K. Because Psyche K is so good, and I need more. And frankly, the plot of Reawaken makes sense to the story of Psyche K. Him getting his powers back and all. That's kind of a spoiler, but it's a comedy manga. It's comedy anime. A highly irreverent comedy anime. So, I'm gonna be honest when I say I don't think the spoiler's gonna matter that much. It was a very emotional moment. I will not tell you what the moment was. There you go. From me to you, that's a gift. But... oh, shoot. Wait, I don't keep that on me, do I? I don't know why that one goes faster, but let it, I guess. I just need more Psyche K. I always need more Psyche K. This is a fact of life. Thus is thus and thus is true. Didn't know if that was still right. Hello, hello. One day there will be more of me even. One day. But I really like the power system in Reborn, or Katakyo Hitman Reborn. Which I do not understand why Crunchyroll only calls it Reborn, because that does not make sense to me. Huh. More things to melt. Reborn is like the titular character, and he's a very interesting character at that. But no? Technically he's not even the main character. Much though I love him. He's the first secondary, but still, that's not the same thing. I digress. Ooh, okay. This'll run through the rest of that bamboo. Real fast. I look forward to that. I know it starts off more as a comedy, old style early 2000s comedy shonen, which says a lot. If you know what I'm talking about, it says a lot. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you should watch more anime, I guess? I don't know. Insulting. What is that bright orange? Is that the lava? Oh, that's the lava. Weird. This changes nothing. It's still an insult. And like hardly definitive. Jeez. Ooh, I do not know if that will be enough. It was. And now we move everything over some. So they might be burned again. Thank you. Thank you. But I know I'm gonna love. The problem with Katakyo Hitman Reborn is it's 200 some odd episodes. I know there's an arc I'm really looking forward to. I know the arc is later. I don't know how later. It's the time travel arc. There's a time travel arc. In case you didn't know, there's in fact a time travel arc, and I'm so down for it. Skeletons can be kind of mellow, dudes. this laptop fixed. It's terrible. Not in the terrible way you expect, it's in the it doesn't charge anymore way. But, well. Ooh. Gotta. You know I gotta. No, okay. That's fine. I don't think I've honestly been in the area enough for it. But Tactical Hitman Reborn is a lovely, lovely series. I don't know if it's like a definitive anime series in any sense, which is an interesting thought. I know I heard about it for a long while before I ever started it, or even because I started a couple years ago, but I never finished. I'll leave those for next time. Let me put this turd away and wind down. We talked about so much anime this stream, which is fair enough. Fair enough. But still, that's so much anime. But yeah, Tactical Hitman Reborn. Odd show, from what I'm aware. From what I recall. Good show, though. Oh, okay. I need to remember that. Okay. I'm eager to see how it goes. There's a small subgenre of anime I know I need to explore more, and that's in it. No, I don't know what the subgenre is, but I do know it exists. Anyway, I think we ought to wind down. So, let me turn this off. Oh dear, I've been slouching into my camera or in my screen or whatever. But I do think it's time for me to find someone to raid. Also, give me your opinions about that transition whenever you get the chance. I know who to raid. The Australian. Oh, shoot, hold up. This is the, in case you didn't know, this is the Circuit Board Dragon. It is part of the stream. It's personally represented in the stream. We finally have it on the anime transitions. One day you might even get merch of it. If you know, I'm always down. I'm looking for suggestions for a name because Circuit Board Dragon is not a name, it's a title. So, if you have a suggestion, please drop that down in chat or DM me on Twitter. Both are perfectly acceptable options. What else to say? What else to say? All that info stuff down below if you want to find it. I hope you had a good stream, because I did. I genuinely enjoyed talking about anime stuff, and I know this was a bit chaotic and wild, but it's better than how I've been talking about my Jujutsu Kaisen. One day, I'll give you like a proper full rundown, written out, scripted video essay on Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe, probably not. But it's who knows? It's a thought in my head now. So perhaps. Yes, I am running down the time until I've hit a full hour. Don't at me. But I digress. Ow. My throat is so dry. I need to go study more. Oh dear. Not much more. 2 PowerPoints in a couple pages. We're good. I don't know. It's been lovely to have you here. Oh, I guess it might read without me. No. Okay. I guess that's why I would just send you off. Bye.